Hello again. We're looking at some of the steps used in the Scottish soft shoe step tradition. And today I'm going to look at pas basque, spring points and the follow through or spring hop through movement. We'll begin with the pas basque, which is a step also found in the Scottish country dance tradition, but we're doing it in a different style. Begins by stepping onto your right foot, bring the left foot in front in third position, change weight and extend to fourth intermediate. I'll just do that again. So you step, third, jeté, out. And the other foot, step onto the left foot, step, third, jeté to fourth intermediate. You'll notice that as I step, I'm moving my body, angling it towards that foot, so that when I do the jeté to fourth intermediate, my shoulder is roughly in line with the foot. And if we do it on the other foot, you step and jeté out, and again my shoulder roughly in line, but my head stays facing straight forward. It's an angling of the body as you move. And it begins with something that's more of a sinking movement than a spring. It's down, beat, out. Down, beat, out. So we're going to try that to 8 bars. Roger's going to play fiddle again, quite slowly. Ready, and step, beat, out, and a step, beat, out, and a step, beat, out, and a step, beat, out, step, beat, out, step, out, and a step, beat, out, step, beat, out. So it's a very natural movement you're doing from side to side, nothing forced, just as your body goes. And it's certainly no more than that kind of angle to allow your shoulder to be over the jetéing foot. So as you step, you need to keep your weight-bearing foot turned out so that when your foot comes in third, you've still got that T position. Have a look on the other foot. You step, is it remaining turned out as you step, and you've got your third. So your body and your feet are working together in this lady step tradition to angle as you move. So we'll try it again, but slightly faster, moving on to the right foot to begin. Ready, and step, beat, beat, step, beat, out, and a step, beat, out, step, beat, out, step, beat, out, step, beat, out. So the degree of movement will obviously depend how fast the dance is. If it's a slower dance, you've got more time to do that movement. If it's faster, it will be less so. So we'll try it a little bit faster again, but still maintaining that sense of down to begin. Ready, and so that is pas basque, and I've done it in the real time there. Should we just switch to the jig time? I'll just have a few bars of jig, just have a listen. The basic step is exactly the same, the movement's the same. But in jig time, because it's a different rhythm, the da, 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 you'll have something that is slightly more syncopated with the beat. Step, beat, yeah? So it's not the even rhythm. So we'll just try 8 bars of it in jig time, just to feel the difference. But the movement is still the same, the extension's still the same, third position is still the same. 8 bars of jig, ready, and you're still getting that sense of movement in the step. So we'll move on to spring points. The difference between a hop and a spring: a hop is on the same foot, a spring goes to the other foot. So we're going to start by, on our right foot, and extending our left foot. That's the first spring. Change, feet, change, feet, change, feet. You've got an extension to straight forward to fourth, legs stretched all the way down, the foot not quite touching the floor, but very, very nearly. Back foot stays turned out. So we start by springing onto our right foot. We'll just do a few of those, not too slowly, otherwise we'll all fall over. Ready, and spring, 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 spring. So very good for stamina spring points. They're quite hard work, but they need to be very controlled. You need your feet to be going change, point, point, point. So there's an extension all the way down as you do it. The clue is in the word, they're spring points. You can also do them to fourth intermediate. So rather than straight forward, they go out on the diagonal. In some dances, spring points will dictate that that's where they go. Or you can play with it yourself. So we're just going to do a few of those, but we'll do them to fourth intermediate instead. So it will go out and out and out. Still the same sense of springing from one foot to the other. Begin by springing onto your right foot. Ready, and spring, spring, spring. You just need to then get that turn out, and again make sure that the foot that you're weight bearing remains at that original first position angle. So you can combine pas de basque and spring points together. So pas de basque, pas de basque, and then you're springing onto your right foot to do left, right, left, right. So again, pas de basque, and spring, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to do that twice on each side. Have pas de basque, 4 spring points, and repeat, which will be 8 bars. Ready, and pas de basque, point, 2, 3, 4, pas de basque, point, 2, 3, 4. So I still have that slight tilt in the pas de basque, but my spring points are going to be facing straight forward. We'll do that one more time. Ready, and pas de basque. Do spring points, so instead of springing into them, you begin with a hop from the pas de basque. So we'll have a look at what that looks like. So you've got pas de basque to the right, to the left, get your extension, and then using the same foot you hop to begin the points. Change, 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 which will leave the other foot free, the left foot free, to do pas de basque, and hop, 2, 3, 4. Just try it one more time. Pas de basque, hop, 2, 3, 4. Pas de basque, and hop, 2, 3, 4. So you have your foot out in the extension, but you use the same foot to do your spring point hop. We'll try that one. Ready, and pas de basque, hop, 2, 3, 4. Pas de basque, hop, 2, 3, 4. Little more tricky to actually stay and do a jeté there, and then remember to bring it forward, ready to do the spring point. We'll do that one very slightly faster. Ready, and pas de basque, hop, 2, 3, 4. That's using the spring points as a way to change feet, which is why it's often done that way. And dancers will dictate whether you're going to spring into the spring points or hop into them. So, just doing pas de basque and doing a little bit of alternating of pas de basque and spring points. One of the steps I use, pas de basque, it's just one on the right foot, and then you point right and left, which leaves you ready to do pas de basque on the left foot and point left and right. And then what we just did, pas de basque and spring, 2, 3, 4. Let's mark that one again. So one pas de basque on the right foot, spring points. One pas de basque on the left foot, 2 spring points. And then pas de basque, point, 2, 3, 4. Try that one to the music. Ready, and pas de basque and point, point. Pas de basque and point. Pas de basque and point, 2, 4. Still getting the slight movement. Remembering the points, full extension as you change. Can we do that one again? Just a little bit, well, exactly the same. What we'll do is we'll do it twice, so we'll have 16 bars. Ready, and pas de basque and point. Pas de basque, same again. And that's a step that I would use in something such as an 8-some or a 4-some reel or 3-some reel, that sort of situation. So we'll move on to the follow through or spring hop through movement. So stepping to begin with onto your right foot, bring the left foot up behind in third aerial and then take it out 4th intermediate. Just do that again, so it's up on one and out. And then from there, spring onto that left foot, bring the right behind, out 4th intermediate. So it becomes up, out, spring, out. Yeah? Do that one more time. Up, out, up, out. And the position of the foot behind, third aerial, just tucked in behind the leg, foot pointed down, and the thigh stays still as your bottom half of your leg comes out. Same with the other foot. Up, just on the back of the calf muscle, foot pointed down, thigh stays still, leg comes out, full extension. So we'll just try a few of those to music, so it will be up and out and up and out. Yeah? Ready, and spring, out, spring, out, spring, out, spring, out. There's a fair degree of control in these, in that you need to get your position and then out. So you're holding it there and out. This is a basic follow through movement. So just try that one more time. So it's on spring onto your right foot to begin. Ready, and up and out. And out. So if we combine that with a pas de basque, you'll have pas de basque and a de basque and a spring, out, spring, out. Okay, pas de basque and a pas de basque and a spring, out, spring, out. So doing the pas de basque first off onto your right foot. Ready, and pas de basque, spring, out. Same again, pas de basque. So that follow through movement or spring hop through as I know it, can have a slight variation where you'll come up, in front, out. So if you spring onto your right foot, left one behind, and it comes round the front. Hard just scrapes around the leg and then out to fourth intermediate. So up, out. And that up and round happens in one beat of the music. So it is up, out. Yeah? Now that up and up in front. Up in front. Do it on the other foot. We go up in front. Up in front. So up in front. And it happens on a single hop. Keep your foot as close as possible as it comes round the leg. Will mean that you have the time to do it, but also keep it neat and the foot stays pointing down. So it would look like up and out, up and out, up and out, up and out. Quite hard to do too many of those in sequence, so we'll combine it with the pas de basque. So we'll have pas de basque and a pas de basque and spring through, yeah? Try that again. We'll try it with the music. Ready, and pas de basque, behind front out, behind front out, pas de basque and the basque, behind front out. Do that one more time. Ready, and pas de basque, behind front out, behind front out, pas de basque, behind front. So you'll get your hop on your behind front and then a hop on the out. That takes practice to get behind front in the one kind of little bit manoeuvre, and it isn't essential. I was very much taught behind and out for many dances. There's only a few where you might want to add the in front to complete the follow through or round the leg movement, as you might call it. So we're going to finish off with just a little sequence where we're going to do pas de basque and a pas de basque, spring through, pas de basque and point, 2, 3, 4. Combines the two things together. You can either do the round the leg one, or you can just do the straightforward out. So I'm going to do it for 16 bars. The first time I'm going to do straight out, and the second time I will do the round the leg. Same sequence both times, pas de basque, and the spring hop through, pas de basque, 4 points. So that'll be 16 bars. Ready, and pas de basque, spring through, pas de basque and point, 2, 3, 4, pas de basque, behind and out. So that's the sequence to do. We'll do it one more time. Remembering some of the key points to keep your feet turned out, to try and get the movement on the pas de basque so it's going down, and stretch on the points. Same again. Ready, and pas de basque, spring out, point, 2, 4. So that's today. We've covered pas de basque, the style, the movement, and spring points or hop points, and a little look at the behind and out movement. I say thank you very much to Roger for playing once again, and we'll see you next time.